Good Sunday evening, everybody. Hope you all had as great a weekend as I had. We got Cajun up on the stage with us.
How y'all
So
are?
we got Kevin in the chat. Hi, Kevin. Got Miss Lisa in there. How you doing, Miss Lisa? Ben, how you doing, buddy? Thank you for stopping in. Anybody else down in there? Nope, nobody else yet. So, but to start out, I want to thank Lisa because she made a comment on my cooking video about her drinking a bunch of eggnog. When I went to the store today, guess what I had to buy? I had to buy some eggnog. It was an impulse buy, but it was so good, or is so good. I haven't drank it all yet, but I still do have a bunch of it left. So how you doing, Cajun?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good, I guess. There, Johnny played music all day. I just got up from a nap. I didn't do nothing all day. I had a procedure done on my toe Wednesday, so I hadn't been on my feet a whole lot.
Yeah.
I hadn't had a sock on it since Wednesday, so just soak my feet every now and then that is just once a day in Epsom salt.
Right.
Had an ingrown toenail. It wasn't ingrown; it was just starting.
Right.
I could feel it wanting to poke in the skin and stuff, growing.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought it was going to be like a hook, like this coming down, flat then down like that. No, she said no, they just go up straight, but they're wide. I'm like, okay, well. So she just cut that corner out, but I mean, a good bit of it. And
Right.
she put something in the root right there. And she says, no, that little bitty part of your toenail won't grow back. I'm like, I guess not. You didn't push it all the way back to the ankle.
Yeah, I had one of them done years ago when I was young. Was no fun. Hi, Kim. How you doing, dear? Thank you for stopping in. Quick Wrench, how you doing?
Hey, Dave. Kim, hello.
But I got my washing machine.
Oh, good. What kind?
Well, I ordered a High Point or Hot Point, basically a GE. But what got delivered was a GE. And when I questioned them about it, they said that when the warehouse and stuff is out of the Hot Points, they ship the GE because of the exact same washing machine. It's just GE's. The Hot Point is GE's cheaper version.
Mm-hmm.
So I got me a GE washing machine, exactly what I wanted.
We had a High Point or Hot Point. It was a stove.
Yeah.
Chef something. It had an extra. It was a 42-inch wide stove instead of a 36. It had a little compartment on the left side of it. It was electric stove, and it had the bottom drawer just like normal. Put your trays and cookie sheets. But it had another storage spot on the left side of it. It was extra wide.
Nice.
And it was a High Point or High Point. One of them, Chef-O-Matic, I think they call it. Had a timer on it and all that. It was one of them fancy ones. But, we had got it from Mrs. Uncle. And he's in the appliance business. But we long gone since got rid of that. We went with gas.
Right. Hi, Thomas.
But, yeah, High Point is a good brand. It's GE,
yeah. Hi, Thomas.
Total knobs, not no touch screen and all that crap.
It's all knobs and push button. No touch screen or anything like that. So, yeah, I think Thomas is the only one that just came in.
And Tommy Hanlon.
Yep. So yeah, I got it in, got it delivered, got it in, got it working, did 4 loads of laundry. I'm amazed at how quiet it is. at first I thought I didn't think it was agitating very well, so I went in and checked on it. That thing's beating the heck out of stuff. So
my washer was making noise for a while. Then it went out. All it did was click and some loud clicking. I looked it up, and it was the coupler in the motor and transmission. I think I got it from Kobe, right? Not far, a block away. And went over, got it, and didn't take long to replace it. The motor and stuff don't bolt in; they clip in with some clips. I clipped the motor, and I put that couple on there, jabbed it on that side, matched them up, boom, put it, clipped it back in, turned the washer back over, and plugged it in, and went to my surprise, it worked.
Hey, Daryl, how you doing, bud? Quit thinking. Yep, I quit thinking.
Hey,
I actually did a whole bunch of research and everything, and for the money, the GE was the best consumer washing machine out there for like people returning them and breaking down and longevity and all that kind of stuff. So that's why I kind of wanted to go with the GE, and so far I'm quite happy I did.
Now, was that at the Lowe's little satellite store, Denton or whatever?
No, this is brand new. It's no scratch and dent, and I actually went through Home Depot. Lowe's and Home Depot had the exact same price on the washer. Lowe's could not get me one until the 28th of November. Home Depot could get me one on the 14th, and Home Depot gave me credit. So I bought it on credit.
There you go.
It's zero. Oh, plus Home Depot gave me $50 off for spending $500 or less. Up to if you spend up to $500 and you get a credit card, they'll give you $50 off. If I would have spent $1,000, it would have been $100 off. So, I actually got it cheaper and quicker through Home Depot, and now I got a Home Depot card. So, and I got a year to pay it off, no interest, no annual fee on the card. So, yeah. Used to be. Yeah, Tommy, that's what what I was looking for, and that's what the GE was. So, yeah, and Thomas Andrew, GE stands for good enough. It's good enough for me. If I figure if I get 8 years out of it, 6-8 years, I'll buy another one. So, and I got and also the delivery guys told me I have a 1-year store warranty and a 1 year on top of that manufacturer warranty. So I got a 2-year warranty with it. So, whatever. Yeah. Yep, Daryl, I can save the mason jars, buddy. Didn't have to dig anything up. So, but yeah, I got that. And then, of course, the money I saved on putting the washing machine on credit, I had to go get license plates and a new driver's license, because, it's that time of the year. And I think they went up because I spent almost $200 on two registrations and a driver's license.
That ain't bad. That ain't bad at all for 2 registrations and 2 licenses.
2 registrations and 1 driver's license renewal. The driver's license renewal was only like $25.
No, Mrs. was like 40.
Yeah.
I think it was 6 years though.
Well, they gave me the option of going 4 or 8 years, and I went 4. Told the lady, I said, I don't know if I'll be around in 8 years.
Your Mrs. birthday's coming up here in another couple of weeks. Oh yeah. Oh, I know about the CDLs when I got mine, and that was back when they first started it. Well, actually, I just hit the deadline. I had took my tests and all before, but man, I had to wait in line for about 2 hours just to go in and pay and get my card license. I already had all my tests done, all that. I was set. I had all my stuff in my hand. All I'd do was give it to her. She just had to give me my license and give her my money. She gave me my license. Back then it was $75. I want to say it was.
Hi Wayne, how you doing, brother? Thank you for stopping in. But and I got my new desktop computer. That's what I'm using tonight. Hopefully it's clear.
Oh yeah.
The only thing I got to get with that is I got to get another monitor cable, because it's got this dual monitor setup on it, but my old one had an adapter, and it's not the right adapter for this computer. So I got to go get another HDMI monitor cable, which are like $7 at Walmart. But the electronics department wasn't open this morning when I was there at Walmart, so I'll just have to go up some other time.
Well, what kind of HDMI cable is it? They only got one.
Well, it's a
regular one. They have a mini, tiny HDMI, but.
Well, I guess I'm saying it wrong. It's not the HDMI cable. It's a monitor cable. It looks like an HDMI, except for instead of having the two things on each side, it just
a monitor
has one
cable. That's a VGA cable, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's not the one with the big fat plug on it.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm at a loss now.
I don't have the only one I have is plugged in. I can't show it. I thought it was just a regular HDMI cable, which this is a regular HDMI cable.
Yeah.
Well, the monitor cable doesn't have two of these little angles. It just has one.
Wow. That's a new one on me.
Yeah.
Display port.
Yeah. Yep. Display port. Okay. That's what it is.
DVI to HDMI. Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Exactly. Exactly. Because I had that HDMI cable laying here, and I'm like, oh man, I can just use that. Nope. It doesn't work like that.
Hey, Adam.
Hi, Adam. How you doing, buddy? So, and I don't know if once you get used to having two monitors, it's really hard to go back to having just one.
Do you pay for your StreamYard?
Yes, I'm on a legacy billing, and I think it's like $99 a year, billed once a year.
Did you get the new plan or?
No, I actually mine come up before they did this change, and they sent me an email saying that nothing will change with mine because I've had it for so long at this price. I bought into the life subscription or whatever it is.
So it's $99 a year.
$99 a year.
Oh, okay.
Now it's just basic. It's the most basic one you can get above the free one.
Yeah. Okay.
So
because now it's with taxes and fees, it's right at $40 now per month.
Right.
That's the cheapest one you can get to buy, and it's $40 a month. Nope.
Yep.
Tar Heel. What's up?
Tar Heel, how you doing,
Monsieur William?
But yeah, I paid mine in May or something like that. I think that's when mine comes up. And then here just a little bit ago, because I was talking with Delisa and Daryl, and they sent me an email saying that the billing and stuff was changing, but being I'm a legacy or something like that, that I bought the lifelong plan or whatever or something. I don't know how they explained it in the email that mine won't change until they do some dramatic changes or I end my subscription.
Yeah, it's supposed to be till you actually end it yourself. They hit my buddy up for something like $40-something. They took it out of his bank without letting him know anything, because he was on a $25 plan, and they went on ahead and didn't tell him anything. He didn't know nothing about it, and he watches his statements and stuff.
Yep.
And I forget if he saw the statement or the bank alerted him, called him and told him about the change in price or what have you. But he dropped him like a hot potato.
Yeah, yeah, they did the same thing with Daryl. They were trying to take the money out of his account. So
dancing.
Hi, dancing. So, but so yeah. Oh, Renegade. How you doing, bud? Thank you for stopping in.
Well, I didn't see Renegade. Where's he at?
He's right down there at the bottom. You just come
in.
Oh,
okay, in between dancing. Okay, yeah, they all blue. That's hard to discern them. What's up, Renegade and Black Bull Tractor Pulling? Hello.
Hi, Black Bull. How you doing? And
you're gonna need dinner, Thomas.
Well, I went and had breakfast yesterday morning with my brother. Had a new old place. It's an old place that's been in the little town we grew up in for 30 years or more. They closed for a while. Now they're back open again. It's pretty good food. You know, it's not that far away. 20 minutes for me, something like that. 15 minutes. So
what's the name of it?
Thompson's Dairyland.
It
was a family-owned business back in the day. They used to smoke their own hams and stuff, and had a little ice cream parlor. They still got the ice cream. I don't think they don't do the hams and stuff no more. And they totally remodeled the whole inside. But yeah, it was pretty good food. So Thomas got another Tecumseh engine.
There you go. Hell yeah, ain't nothing wrong with a Tecumseh now. I used to like those. Well, I still do.
Well,
you don't see them around a lot anymore, but we ain't got a whole lot of snow blowers down here in Louisiana neither.
Yeah, I picked Mark up another Command. If I wouldn't have just bought my license and computer and all that kind of stuff, I would have bought it myself. Running complete Kohler Command, $200.
What horsepower?
25.
Okay, not bad. Deer burgers with bacon and baked potatoes. My nieces love it.
This morning,
more healthy than French fries.
This morning, after I got back from the grocery store, I made sausage gravy and biscuits and warmed up some leftover French fries. Put them in the air fryer, got them good and crisp, kind of like hash browns. Because Friday night, him and his wife took me out for my birthday dinner. So, nice restaurant. Never been there before. Good food. They were just really swamped. But like
I used to have a steakhouse in the hometown I grew up in called Old South Steakhouse. It was an Old South Plaza, which was like a highfalutin little shopping center type deal. It was L-shaped instead of a strip mall. It was L-shaped. It was highfalutin, fancy stores in there, antiques and stuff like that. And what he did, he built the mall, and then he put the restaurant like on one L of it. Man, that was the best food you ever wanted in your life. It was a high end steakhouse, but with low prices. You could actually afford to go eat there, and they actually had brown rice if you wanted it with their steaks. They made a lot of brown rice, and when they cook their steaks, they actually do brown rice on the grill.
Ooh.
And people would just eat that. They had never. They was like, man, this is almost like jambalaya without the meat in it. Like, uh-huh.
Yeah, I was gonna go out and get something nice to eat yesterday for supper, but I changed my mind and I made. Let's see what I make. I had some leftover boneless chicken thighs that I'd put some not barbecue sauce. I don't know, some kind of sauce on. I forget what it was now. But then I made sauteed up some mushrooms and onions, and mixed in some long grain and wild rice, and mixed it all together in the frying pan. Had a little bit of chicken gravy in the cupboard, so dumped that in there. It was pretty dang good stuff. So, yeah, my brother just hit a deer earlier this week with his work van. Only damage done to it was it popped the plastic grill out of place. So Friday night after we got done eating, we stopped by his house and I had to put some vent lines on his wife's Suburban and some not evap, but the valve cover breathers. Had to put new ones on those on, and then we popped this grill back in his van. So I've been busy, boy. Worked out in the garage some yesterday. Started getting things cleaned up and moved around so I can start filming some video out there because I need to get some stuff done. Hopefully this coming weekend I can get the shit to do the start building the loft. I need to get with my buddy Danny, the monkey boy, see if he can come over and give me a hand climbing over everything and help build the loft up so I can get my extra storage area cleaned out for it. We're supposed to get snow this week, but it's not going to be a stick snow because the ground's not cold enough, but I need to get some stuff moved around so I can actually have some room to move around in the shop and work. So the truck. Awesome, Scott. Direct drop in. So, but yeah, I was trying to put some tools and stuff away, and I brought my old tool cart from work home, which is basically it's the bottom of one of those old red Craftsman toolboxes with a wood top on it. So I'm gonna start putting some of my more regularly used tools in that. But I swung by Harbor Freight today because they had that 30% off. 30% off, $20 and under on anything $20 and under. I picked up a metric and standard wrench set for $19.95. Plus, then took the 30% off, which made it less than $15. So, hey, Second Chance Mowers, how you doing, bud? So, Scott must be under his other account today, not Mr. Briggs. I just noticed he wasn't blue. But yeah, so and the only thing that sucks is it's not a complete set of wrenches. It's missing a couple here and there. but for $15, and it comes in a nice holder, I'll use it. Why not? So, this week I gotta start and winterize Plan B. Get it ready for its governor change. I thought yours always said Mr. Briggs there, Scott, not Scott Keller.
No, it's always been on a Scott Keller.
Oh, well then we're gonna have to change some stuff here.
We just called him Mr. Briggs for a long time. I think he had a channel, Mr. Briggs, a long time ago, if I'm not mistaken. I want to say he did. That or he just changed it over when Mr. Briggs died.
Okay, you just changed. Okay, that's what it is. You changed the logo for Halloween. I got you.
Oh, the logo. Okay.
Yep. So.
Oh yeah, what is it? Like a Cookie Monster head or something? Can't quite make it out.
I don't know. Will it? It's in front of his house.
In front of a house. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not his house.
A monster, like a monster house.
Yeah, like kind of want to be a wannabe Addams Family house.
Yeah, he changed it when Briggs died.
I thought
shows how much I pay attention, right?
And that's been several years since Mr. Briggs passed away.
Yeah. Yeah, dancing. Too bad I don't have a mother-in-law anymore. But
yep. Yeah, William. That was his puppy dog. Wasn't a person.
Ben did his rear brakes today and restored his headlights.
I had mentioned that one time in my live stream, and somebody had said that. What? Who died? I'm like, it's not a person. It was, a puppy dog.
Right. So, but and I also got to get a new thermostat for my furnace out in the shop. My propane furnace. Yesterday I was out there working and I put it on. I mean, it wasn't really cold out. It was just kind of damp. So I just wanted to get some heat going to kind of dry it out and everything. I was out there probably 3 hours and realized that thing hasn't shut off yet. I walked over and I had it set for 65 degrees and it's saying it's 70. So I start playing with it. Here, they're saying the temperature in the shop was 70 degrees. It was supposed to shut off at 65. So there's something screwed up in that. It's one of those digital programmable thermostats. I pulled the batteries out, reset it, everything. And the current temperature in the shop went from 70 degrees down to 55, which it was about 62 by my thermometer and stuff. So yeah, it's messed up. I agree there, Daryl. Who's count? Okay. 4 years, 4 months, 9 days, but to be exact, but who's counting?
I think he already got the engine quick run. I think he got that last week.
Miss Maggie is definitely not a lady.
Miss Maggie's something like Daryl's dog. Always want to play all the time. Still got that puppy. Well, Daryl's dog is still a puppy, but Miss Maggie's not a puppy, but still got the puppy in her.
She's a cranky old lady. All right, Ben, you have a great day, buddy. Thank you for stopping, man. I appreciate it.
Catch you later, Ben.
But
hey, Rail. I'll
so
see you there.
Excuse me. I started looking at Lowe's and different things for thermostats. You know, a basic, just an old school, non-programmable manual thermostat is more expensive than one of them digital programmable ones.
Oh yeah, because they made better.
You know, so I'm gonna check with the HVAC guys at work and see if they got any old ones laying around, or if they're changing any furnaces are out or anything. If they can save me one, because I mean it still works. I just gotta watch that it doesn't just keep going and going and going. So,
You know, when I was superintendent for DDC in Arizona, this 6-story building that we did, when the on certain floors, when that floor was ready, or that section of floor was ready for thermostats, they go around in every suite and at every point that had a thermostat on the wall, they put it on the countertop right there, or on the floor. Well, they had to go, and they didn't get to them for about a week. They had to buy over half of the inventory they put out. They had to buy over half back to replace the ones that went missing. They were like, "We ain't doing that no more." I said, "Well, I don't blame you."
Right.
I don't know why y'all put them out so early anyway. You know, somebody did tell them, man, look, they got a lot of subcontractors in here. You know, y'all not the only subcontractors in here at the time, because they, you know, different floors, you know, they were studding up walls, say on the 4th floor or the 5th floor, while they was finishing up like the 2nd floor.
Yeah. Well, my original plan was to get one of the Wi-Fi ones. That way I could turn it on like before I left work, so it'd get warm out there. You know, when I
what they call them, Nest or something, I think.
Well, there's a whole bunch of different ones. I was looking at the Honeywell one. They make one that goes for the Wi-Fi. They're only $100, but I figured, you know, it don't take that long to warm that thing up with that furnace. Hey, Nate, how you doing, buddy? So, you been doing some hunting, Nate? Your gator keeping your hunting area safe from everybody else? No. What about KB?
No, Torio.
So yeah, I'm just gonna go with a basic. Oh, you quit hunting this year? Well, arrows are cheap if you can find them. As long as you hit the deer, it only takes one arrow.
Can't hardly get to the blind anymore with all that hurricane damage in the woods.
Well, he's got a gator that protects his tree stand. He showed a. Oh, he passed away at 30. Wow.
37. Wow, that's young.
That's awesome, Scott.
Still got gators swimming around. Damn, that place holds the water for a while, don't it? Big John, how you doing, John Clint?
All right, John, how you doing, buddy? But yeah, so I've got a whole bunch of stuff to get done, and just, I guess, trying to figure out what to do first. So the next few videos are probably going to be kind of boring, because it's just going to be working on Plan B, getting it ready for the winter, getting ready for the changeover, and stuff like that. Oh, you accidentally spilled some apples. Yeah, that's like we put corn out for the squirrels and the groundhogs. We got to make sure that chase the deer away.
I accidentally hung some apples in a tree one time, loaded with deer urine, doe urine. And what I did, the chief of police, his son was friends with my stepson. And I had loaded those apples with doe urine, and I had put them on the table. And I went to town to do something, and then they came over. Well, they had a couple of apples gone. And I'm like, where's those apples go? It's, oh, well, we ate a little snack. I'm like, well, I shouldn't have left them on the table. Why, boo? What? Why? I said, I loaded those with doe urine with an injection needle. I said, y'all didn't taste nothing weird in them apples? Man, both of them went and hit the bathroom. And one hit the bathroom, one went outside, sticking their finger in their throat. Well, those wasn't the apples I loaded with doe urine. I was just doing a prank on them. I already had hung them out. So they didn't get the ones with doe piss. I mean, urine. It was I never did let them know about it neither.
Yeah, Rail says his wife won't let him harvest the local deer. Wait till they start getting in the garden and the flowers and
the flower bed. They don't worry. The wives don't worry about the garden. They worry about the flower bed. The garden's the man's part. Okay, I know that for a fact. Missy likes to pick stuff out of the garden, but she'll tend to her flower bed. I got to tend to the garden, which it's all raised beds, in boxes and stuff anyway.
John, I can tell you a really, really neat trick to get them dogs to stay home. You catch them, and you take bright orange hairspray paint, and you draw bullseyes on them, and then let the dogs go. When they go back home and they got a bullseye on the side of them, and people start asking, what? So that's for I can see them at night.
Tell the difference from them at night.
Yep.
Oh yeah, you got them big red ones too. Big red color, rusty color ones about that long. Oh yeah. LSU, I think they get $75 a piece for them.
Nate, if you wouldn't feed them so well, they wouldn't get so big. Oh, there you go, John. Just paint a bullseye on the side of them.
They used to have this little thing you attach to your hood, and they look like little ornaments type. But they said that when you're going down the road, it whistles a certain frequency, and the deer, get out of the way. That's what they said. I don't know if that was a big gimmick or what. I never bought any, but
I think it was a gimmick, because I know some people that put them suckers on them and still hit deer.
Thought so.
Scott.
Yep, that's it.
Oh,
Said that
boy.
many times
Yeah.
about them lot lizards. Ajax ain't gonna wash that stuff off.
Yeah. John said he had him on his patrol car and it seemed to work.
I figured it was William.
Yeah. So I think deer are
Really?
curious and deers are
Huh?
curious animals, and maybe it's the frequency that draws them in.
Now they were good in town. I know that, but there ain't no deer in town neither. But I think John was a deputy sheriff though instead of a town
Yeah.
cop, if I'm not mistaken.
Actually, the deer my brother hit was right down the street from my shop, and I see deer go by my shop all the time. And I'm right in town. They probably figured that since the geese can cross the road for the lake or the pond across the street from my shop, they can too.
I had a can of elephant repellent at my camp in Grand Chenier, and a buddy of mine asked me what it was. It was mosquito spray
Mm.
with a different label on it. You can buy them at the fun shop. And buddy of mine says, "Does it work?" I'm like, "You don't see no elephants around here, do you?" Right there in Grand Chenier, the only thing you see is deer, gators, and shrimpers.
So what was left of the deer in the car at 95, John?
Nothing.
I'm
Oh,
guessing
there's
not
nothing
much.
left of the car. My poor Crown Vic. Yeah.
So I'm lucky. I only had one deer close enough that I didn't actually hit it, but it was close enough that I could basically count the hairs on it one time. Now last night, was it last night? No, Friday night. I'm on my way home from my brother's. I got a real good look at the back end of a Nissan SUV that pulled out in front of me at 60 mile an hour, and I about got hit head on by a Ford Econoline van pulling out the end of his road. I was coming up to the end of his road to pull onto the main road, and this Econoline was clear over on my side of the road. I come to a dead stop, and the dude just like kind of creeped around the corner and back on his side of the road and on down. I turned onto the main road going to my house, and there's a intersection a couple miles down the road, and there's a car coming towards me that made a left-hand turn across the street. I mean, not right in front of me, but he turned, and as soon as he got turned into the road, the car on my left-hand side, turning onto my road, going the same way I was, just pulled right out in front of me. So 65 mile an hour, I went out around him, blew the horn and everything else, and I'm like, how can you not see me coming?
Yeah. That look, Rosedale Road. It went from the levee and the Chaffalaya Basin at 20 Mile Swamp. Rosedale Road started at the levee, went all the way to Port Allen to the Mississippi River. That's where that road ended at. It went levee to levee. And there was a certain area, a certain stretch of that road that you went through swamp and lowland. Not all of it was swamp, but a lot of it was lowland. And that place was packed with deer. So you had to be on your special alert behavior when you was driving down there. You have to have quick reflexes.
Well, that's not good there, Tar Heel, getting one stuck up in the fender well. Yeah, like I said, I've been lucky enough. I've never hit a deer, that did any damage or anything to the vehicle. I've had a few come out across in front of me. I had bunches of them stand along the road looking at me. But You know, and it always seems like, I'm never driving the old truck when people do stupid stuff like, try to come on my side of the road or, get, pull out in front of me or whatever. I don't want to wreck the little blue truck, but, the red one, I would have pushed that little SUV all the way down the road. How big a red stag is?
Yeah, those big deer, big hearts.
Bounced off and hit a tree. Yeah, my brother, when he's got a Chrysler Town, I think it's Town and Country, the minivan for his work vehicle. He hit it. It went flying up in the air. A little fawn or doe went flying up in the air, about 30 feet out in front of him. He said the legs spread out and it was doing circles until it hit the curb and never moved. So. Trying to figure out where I got to dodge it to run 65 mile an hour. I wasn't going 65. I was going 60. Speed limit's only 55. So I was going a little bit under 60. And that little truck will run. But where the 60 feet down the road where the trooper found it. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of roadkill too. Taco Cat, what's happening?
Taco Cat.
Made it for the tail end. Hey, better late than never. You make an entrance, brother.
The home stretch. That's right.
A Dodge that... Don't be cracking on my Dodges. I like my Dodges. Buddy of mine at work drives a Toyota Tacoma. I think it's a Tacoma. Just took it to the muffler shop. Just needed it had a crack in the one pipe right in front of the converter, catalytic converter. And I told him, take it down there, just tell him weld it up. And they got him for almost $400, putting a new cat on it and a piece of pipe. Exactly. A Dodge will run longer than a Toyota. So, was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday was Saturday. I was looking at my little tarp garage thing, temporary shed I got set up in the driveway. Yeah, if it makes it 100% through the winter this year, I'll be surprised. It's starting to show its age at the corners, so we're definitely gonna have to do something, build onto the back of the garage and put a lean-to on or something. I know all the modern trucks are all the same, man. Until you get back in the 70s or early 80s, anything after that, they're all the same. Well, my brother's Town and Country, he's rolling up on 300,000 miles and it's still going. He's going to drive the wheels off of it. He's got the lifetime bumper to bumper warranty or whatever that is, powertrain warranty. It's got a click in the transmission. So he's gonna take it to the dealership, have them diagnose it, and if it's covered under the warranty, they're gonna fix it. If not, then we're gonna fix it. $6,000 for next year.
And a buddy of mine from Kaplan, he had a Dodge truck. It was a late 60s model. It kind of resembled a 66 Ford truck.
Uh-huh.
Kind of, the body style of that that fenders, how they had that little swoosh, and the front fenders going down like that on the 66, 65, 66. I think it might have been a 67 or 68 Dodge. He had a slant six in it with 3 on the tree. That truck was just as clean. That truck never gave him no trouble. Somebody hit him, and I don't know if it was a young girl maybe that hit him. I know it was a female that hit him. And don't ask me how that car total lost that truck. He had pictures of both of them. And that little car, the cops said that the car had to be doing 90 to do that much damage to that tank, because that truck was a tank, okay? Built like one anyway. And the insurance totaled it. Now, this was in the 80s, like I want to say, 80, 84, something like that, 85. So that truck was worth a little something back then.
Yeah, I had a buddy that had a early 70s Dodge 1-ton dually. He got it, I want to say it had right at 200,000 miles on it. Over a winter, he took it all apart, cleaned the frame, coated the frame, did all the body work on it, everything else. And the last I talked to him, he pulls a big gooseneck trailer with it all the time. He was rolling over 500,000 miles on it, on the original diesel motor. So,
Man.
yeah. But he's fanatical about maintenance and upkeep and everything else. But he did do a frame off, cleaned it all up, not undercoated, but oil sprayed the whole underside of it and everything, fixed all the rust that was on it. Not just Bondo, actually cut it out, put new steel in, all that, had it professionally painted. It had a flatbed on it. And like I said, he pulled a big gooseneck trailer with it almost daily. And that was about 2 or 3 years ago, 4 years ago, something like that. He was getting ready to turn over 500,000 miles.
A lot of miles.
Oh yeah,
but not really, not for a diesel.
No, not for the diesel, and it's a stick. So yeah. I know a buddy of mine had a Mack, and he was a sugarcane farmer, but he hauled he made money with his truck during the off season when his cane was growing, just making him money while he was doing nothing. He was running his truck, and he hauled a lot of fertilizer for other farmers and stuff. Anyway, he had 3 million miles on that Mack. He overhauled that engine every 1,000,000 miles. He overhauled it twice. He was fixing to overhaul it for the third time. So it had right at 3 million miles on it. Yes, Lisa Gallagher. I loved Gallagher. He was hilarious.
The Watermelon Man. That's what we used to call him. Sledge-o-matic. If you're talking about the comedian, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Used to have to, they issued little plastic, cheap plastic ponchos or whatever. If you was in the front rows, because that watermelon juice and flesh was going everywhere. Big sledgehammer.
So, but man, I would, if I could find a nice old truck like that, like a crew cab, that would be awesome. But I'll just stick to my new old trucks. I don't think I would buy anything brand new right now. Definitely having a boy after 9 girls. Yeah.
Dang.
About time.
Again? Well, he's got a few nieces, though. I think she just spit one out.
Well, she was practicing for the boy.
I'm telling you, huh? Man, but John
Yep.
Glenn, practice.
Practice makes perfect. Yep.
Yeah, dang.
So
If at first you don't succeed, try again. That don't count with parachute jumping though.
no. Actually, there was a guy that I just seen it a few 3 or 4 weeks ago. Was a lifelong parachuter, 2 times. Once when he was in the military, and once afterwards. He lived through a parachute not opening.
Really?
Yep.
What a secondary open, right? His emergency chute?
Nope.
Oh.
Nope.
Well, it must have kind of been something was stopping a free fall. Partly open or something. Because they have people that survived some falls.
Right.
It's not, often though. Like that one woman, she was still strapped in her seat, and a portion of her plane she was flying in, an airliner. It kind of glided or whatever, but it wasn't like a free fall straight down. It landed like this, like it was flying. That's how it landed. Don't ask me how many tumbles it did, but she survived. And she lived through that. Now she got all beat up, banged up, a bunch of broken bones like Evel Knievel, but she lived.
Well, I think the one when he was in the military was a low level drop that they were doing,
like over 300 feet.
Yeah, something like that. But the one after he got out of the military, he hit dirt. He hit the ground.
Mm-hmm. There was a couple of guys that didn't make it from over in Kaplan, the Louisiana's tallest tower, 1,800 feet. They were going up, and at 1-inch ropes. Okay, that's some big rope. They took the escalator up or whatever, and then they were on they were being assisted up, sitting down on some, and that broke. Well, one of them hit a guy wire going down. Well, that, knocking that arm off, or leg off. And it made like a 2-foot impression where he hit the dirt. And the other guy, he just hit the dirt. Nothing got in the way of it. He just fell flat. Well, both died.
When I was younger, around here, a parachuter, his parachute didn't open, and he hit feet first.
Yeah.
And I know his leg bones pushed through his feet, through his shoes, and he was buried up to his waist.
Soft dirt. Wow.
He was apparent from what they said. I was like in my early teens when this happened. From what the story I remember was that he was still upright when they got to him.
What's the name of her airline now, Cajun?
Yeah.
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 I don't know how much, if did she come out with any money on that or not. More than likely, yeah. I mean, I know she was world famous for that though at the time. Man, yeah, that's one hell of a fall, waist deep.
Yeah.
My buddy, born and raised with Kevin Bro, he was a Golden Knight. He held the record for the most jumps out of a perfectly good airplane.
Scott was listening to all of his nieces there. A guy I used to work with, he's retired now. He had 11 kids, I think it was. And his last one was a boy. And that was the joke. He said he kept getting his wife pregnant till he got a boy. And their oldest daughter actually got married 6 or 8 months before her little brother was born. She was like 20. So yeah, we used to tease them all the time, And
So
he
they
was
had stepchildren, like year apart, step down evenly.
just about. I think there was a 2-year gap between their youngest daughter and their son. Because we used to joke, because he'd always get her pregnant about the same time of the year, and
Right.
we're like, well, what, your brother didn't make it around at that time, or what,
Yeah, I like that one. Scott, when you die, they're gonna cremate you and flush you. Then they're gonna laugh all the way to the bank.
Yep. Yeah.
I believe it though. Man, he's got a lot of nieces, that's for sure. He sent me some pictures.
Well, I used to say I didn't want to be cremated, bury me whole, blah blah blah. Now I'm gonna be dead. I don't care. Do whatever you want with me. Hell, hack me up and put me in garbage bags and set me out on the curb. There ain't gonna be no money in the will. So
my buddy Richard Ardoin, his wife has she still pays for it. I think it's a $250,000 insurance policy, burial or life insurance. And he said, I know what she's gonna do with it. She's gonna have me cremated for $1,000, and that's it. She's gonna be and she's gonna go through it in about a year. She'll have it all gambled away, or diamonds, buy a lot of diamonds. Then she's gonna pawn them and go gamble them.
Well, I
can imagine.
Through my work provides us with like $75,000 life insurance, which covers your funeral costs and everything. And then I've bought a supplemental life insurance policy through our insurance at work for $250,000. So,
damn, how much it costs to get buried up there? Down here is $5,000.
Well, that's our life insurance policy through work, So it's
that's life insurance. Okay, I thought you meant that was like strictly for burial. No, that's a fancy burial. There was $75,000.
No, the life insurance covers burial costs. That's what it's set up for, and we don't pay anything for that. It's the burial cost plus 70, or it's basically it's roughly $5,000 to $7,000 to get buried here. So it's basically funeral costs and then like $70,000 on top of that. But then about 5 or 6 years ago, they come out with a thing that you could buy up an additional life insurance, and it started out at $180,000 for like $18 a year. So I bought into that, and then every year you could upgrade it for like $5 more. And I've upgraded it every year, and I've maxed it out at $250,000. So,
oh, man, too bad you don't have the option of cashing some of that out. $100,000, $75,000 to just take it in cash while you're still living and can enjoy it.
Yeah, no, you can't. You can't cash it out or anything. So, but it, and basically it's my stepdaughter and my nephews on those plans. So, when I do kick the bucket, they'll be able to pay off anything that I've got outstanding, and probably buy an ice cream cone. So all right, y'all, it's been an hour. It's time for this bear to hit the hay. So appreciate y'all, love y'all. Thank you for stopping in and hanging out with me and getting a little update on what's going on. And like I said, I got a new computer, so hopefully the videos will be pretty decent. So appreciate it, y'all, and we'll talk to y'all next week.
I appreciate the link and appreciate you having me up. Y'all know the routine is good being north of the grass. Y'all stay safe. Be that way. Be that way. Stay safe. And as always, love, peace, and crackling grease. Catch y'all later. A plus tard.